This broccoli and tuna is so good and it only has 4 ingredients. So I've got a pan on a high heat. I'm just going to pop my veggie rice, frozen veggie rice in, lid on, and let it cook for a few minutes. So after a couple of minutes, just want to check, give it a stir. So you just want the veggie rice to be hot, and that is looking good. Okay, so we're going to get off the heat. So now add a pinch of salt to the veggie rice, get it onto my serving plate. Then I'm going to top with some tuna in chili oil, or any tuna is good, or other cooked protein. Then I'm going to give it a good drizzle of extra virgin olive oil and finish with fresh basil leaves. This addictive broccoli and tuna recipe is so good and it only has 4 ingredients. I hope I've inspired you to get into the kitchen and make this super easy one-pot meal. And I should introduce myself. So my name's Jules Clancy. I live in Australia and I used to be a food scientist, but now I'm an extremely simple cooking coach. So I help food lovers enjoy and simplify and enjoy cooking with my 3+ ingredient recipes that are so easy. It makes healthy meals feel like they appear on the table as if by magic. So apart from the simplicity of my recipes, the other thing that makes them unique is that I always include a list of variations. So if you've got a particular dietary requirement or you just don't happen to have a particular ingredient. So with this addictive broccoli and tuna, of course, if you don't eat tuna, and then options for that, like vegetarian options, you could go with chickpeas instead, would work really well here, just canned chickpeas. Or we could go with some eggs, and you could actually just scramble the egg, like cook the veggies and then just scramble the eggs in with the veggies at the end to make it's amazing. Like it's such a good scrambled egg version. Or you could use other canned fish or pretty much any cooked protein, like if you've got some cooked sausages or cooked leftover chicken or whatever, you could put that in instead of the protein. If you're looking for different sauce options, like the olive oil is incredibly simple and incredibly good as well. But if you wanted to mix it up a bit, you could do like a creamy sauce, like mix up some tahini with water, just equal parts, like a couple of tablespoons of tahini and a couple of tablespoons of water, or a bit more water if you wanted it thinner, just and drizzle that over at the end to give you a bit of nuttiness. Or you could, if you didn't have fresh basil, you could use some pesto, like just a commercial pesto, drizzle that on over at the end as your sauce. And then if you wanted to play around with different vegetables, pretty much any frozen vegetables are going to work well here, and just cooking them straight from frozen. So you could use something like a frozen spinach or frozen green beans or frozen edamame, those Japanese soybeans. They work really well with the tuna and the olive oil and basil. So heaps of ideas for you to play around with. And if you wanted to make it more of a substantial meal, if you've got a carb lover that you're feeding, you could serve it with wraps or serve it on toast or serve it with crunchy bread. Or you've got an Irishman, you could serve it with some potatoes. So yeah, always options. So make sure, before we go, just make sure you subscribe to my Stone Soup channel so that you get more incredibly simple recipes just like this one. Okay, talk soon.